Hello. Well, your bank holiday Monday probably came with a rain interruption at some point. It was pretty unsettled. Some lengthy spells of rain across the southeast of England, but plenty of showers elsewhere. Others, though, managed some sunshine, and in Lincolnshire we had 11 hours of sun, so it wasn't so bad there, whereas others had the downpours. And across parts of northern England, had a couple of funnel clouds spotted, one over Saddleworth Moor and another one in the Derbyshire area.
Yes, and the Daily Express shows this image on its front page from a not-so-sunny day on Brighton Beach. The paper calls it a typical bank holiday washout and says that brollies were seen on both Bournemouth and Brighton beaches yesterday, and I think quite a few other places as well.
It was quite mixed, though, wasn't it? Some places had lots of nice sunshine. Matt will update us for the week ahead. Looks like this weekend, typically, the not bank holiday one is better. But he can give us the precise details on this.
I'm modelling something a little bit more optimistic, you two, after what has been a pretty damp weekend for some. Saw some lively downpours yesterday. Very good morning to you, by the way. Hope you had a good weekend. But through this coming week, there will be a lot more in the way of dry weather around, especially in the areas we've seen some of the wettest conditions recently, and a bit more sunshine too as well. Now, where you've got the sunshine today, pollen levels will be on the rise after that wet weekend, especially across the south and southeast. And also of note, the sun is getting particularly strong now, so any length of time outdoors, high UV levels expected across parts of England and Wales.
Good morning. There's a fair amount of mist around first thing this morning, but that will lift to a fine, largely dry day, and at last the temperature is starting to feel a little bit warmer.
As if by magic, Matt is with us now to talk about the weather, and that beautiful lake behind you looks really rather clean. Let's hope so.
Fingers crossed, yes. And it will look very inviting this week with blue skies overhead, because things are about to change this week. So far this month, some have already seen month's worth of rainfall in the first 7 days, but we're going to flip things around. Where it's been driest so far across parts of the north and west of Scotland and parts of Northern Ireland, this week is where we'll most likely to see a little bit of rain at times, but even here there'll be some sunny spells and it will turn warmer. It does mean, though, for the vast majority of us, after some pretty heavy rainfall over recent days, a lot drier, any chance of showers fairly limited, and it's going to turn warmer, and that sunshine is becoming increasingly strong as we head toward Midsummer's Day next month. So some good news at long last in the weather charts.
I was going to say it's looking brighter. It's not looking quite so bright where you are.
It is getting there, John. It is, I promise. Very good morning to you. Hope you enjoyed your weekend. Lots of downpours yesterday, some flooding as well. But following on from that, with some clear skies through the night, we are starting with a bit of murk around this morning. It's a bit misty and foggy in places, but that should clear in the next few hours. And actually, it is a day, and indeed a week of optimism, because it's going to be mostly dry through today for many of you.
And is promising us sunshine. Well, some of us sunshine.
Certainly am. A lot more sunshine than we've seen over the last few weeks, certainly. Thank you very much, John. Sally, good morning to you. Hope you had a good bank holiday weekend. We started a few days like this and then the storms arrived. Not as many of them around today at all. And a beautiful start here in Reading.
From the Met Gala to the Met Office, let's talk to Matt. Morning.
Good morning. I don't think any of those dresses would have stood up to any of the storms we saw this weekend, John. Sally, very good morning to you. Storms rolling around produced drastic and dramatic images like this one. Shelf cloud rolling into Burnham-on-Sea in Somerset yesterday afternoon. And we're not even a week into the month, and Portland in Dorset has already seen a month's worth of rainfall already. Contrast that, though, with Kinloss in northern Scotland, where on the Moray coast we've not had a drop of rain yet. Into tonight, still a bit misty and damp across parts of Scotland. Fog also pushing into the coasts of parts of Wales, southwest and eastern areas of England. Temperatures tonight very similar to last night, but in the days ahead they are set to rise. It will get warmer, and for many it will be a predominantly dry week. Back to you both.